Today we arraigned Mr. Wheeler-Weaver on the indictment charging him with 3 murders and 1 attempted murder, and he entered his plea of not guilty.
Is this unassuming, slender 20-year-old North Jersey's latest serial killer? Khalil Wheeler-Weaver appeared in a courtroom in Newark on Monday morning to hear the charges against him, a triple indictment for murdering 3 women and trying to murder a 4th. Authorities say he might be a serial killer. Now, Wheeler-Weaver has been in custody for several months after police tied him to the death of Sarah Butler. You remember the Montclair dancer who went missing just before Thanksgiving and was found dead at an Eagle Rock reservation in Essex County. They since have charged him with 2 other murders and the attempted murder of a woman in Elizabeth who was able to flee from him and escape and later reported her tale to authorities. Now, Wheeler-Weaver's attorney appeared in court alongside him. Outside court afterwards, she said,
"Well, at this point, it's a little premature to determine what the defenses are. As you are aware, I just literally picked up a box of discovery. Until I actually review all the evidence in this case, I can't really tell you what the defense is going to be. What I can tell you, though, is that when a person is indicted, it doesn't take as much evidence to indict someone as it does to convict someone. It's an entirely different standard of proof."
Now, here's the timeline that we're looking at right now. Robin West, a woman who was from Philadelphia, spending time in Union County, disappears in late August and is murdered on September 1st, according to authorities. Then, Joanne Brown, on October 22nd, encounters Wheeler, allegedly in Newark, disappears and is murdered. Authorities say Wheeler-Weaver strangled her with her own jacket. Then, Sarah Butler goes missing November 22nd and is later found on December 1st. Now, we don't know much about how police assembled their case, but this morning I got this affidavit from a detective in the prosecutor's homicide task force that says that they were able to track Wheeler-Weaver through his cell phone, which he allegedly used to call Joanne Brown in October 2016, and she called her friend back on that same number. They were able to look at those cell phone records and figure out what they say were Wheeler-Weaver's movements during that period of time. But there's still a lot of unknown questions here. Namely, are there more victims? I tried to get an answer out of the assistant prosecutor.
Are you looking at the possibility that he may have committed other murders before this?
There's the investigations are always ongoing even once charges are filed.
So does that mean he knew the victims? What was the call with the cell phone? What are they saying?
All we know from this affidavit, they knew each other well enough to have each other's cell phone numbers, which could mean something, it could mean next to nothing at all.
A lot of stories that you cover is that the assailant or the killer always knows a little bit more than the authorities do, and sometimes they use that information, possible other victims, after they're arrested and charged to maybe lighten their sentence a bit. Hopefully this is, the extent of things here, but that's not always the case.
Well, prosecutors said they're going to try and go full force on this, and what happens next is the prosecutor did tell us that he's going to try and get a statement that Wheeler-Weaver made in custody admitted into the trial.
Okay, thanks.